Yay, it's working. Hi everyone, welcome. Test, 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 1, 2, 3. Yay, it's working. Hi everyone, welcome. So today I'm going to continue working on the More New Fish mod. Hope you're all doing okay. Yay, the restream bot's working. Awesome. So I finally got the logo for the Gamer Shark, how it should have been. Not how I was doing it. And I'm glad to be back to the usual quiet type of stream that I have. Some of you may know. I had a lot of events last week, so I'm like a bit exhausted. Also, I'm gonna start teaching again in August, so getting ready for that. Lots of projects to be working on. Susie! My kitty cat was sitting outside, is sitting on the balcony looking outside. I think she misses going outside. I do too. We had a lot of rain, and also it's tick season, so you know, couldn't really do it. She is a house cat. We did rescue her from the outside. Well, rescue is sort of a way of saying it. She came into our house and demanded food. That's how we rescued her, basically. I think it still counts. She did do most of the rescuing herself, though. Susie! I'm gonna see where she is. Don't know if you heard that, bra. So cute. So for this, are you gonna come and sit on my keyboard again? Cause you know I don't like that. So I'm kind of working on Baby Nemo at the moment. Let's see if I can move the camera a bit so you guys can see her. Oh, you baby. But I need my keyboard. There we go. And I think those are okay. I just need to redo the Gamer Shark, and then of course I have a bunch of can't really brain today, it's so hot. So I have to do Gamer Shark and then, you know, stuff for Ghibli Town. So this was the actual correct logo. And he should be like gray. And even though I really like that one, I'm gonna try and redo it. And I like that puffer fish. Susie, come on. Okay. Are you also hot? Hot, hot. Boop. Good kitty. Just kind of trying to fill in and do the shape. And that tail is gonna need to be shortened because it's touching the face. It's just making it very confusing to see. I don't have a lot of pixels here to work with, so I need to be extra smart with my decisions. She is hiding now behind the computer screen. Can I get a paw? Oh, okay, never mind. I tried to open the bag as silently as possible, but just no chance. So hope you've enjoyed the live streams I did last week. I know it's been kind of a confusing schedule for you guys. So let me clear it up. Last week was a special week. I was featured by another gaming streamer, so that's why I played all of those games, and I wanted to do something cat themed because I do have a kitty myself, and played a lot of games where you could play as a cat. So those were Cat Quest, 9 Parchments, and my brain, Mew Motors, there we go. It's too hot for me to function properly. Sorry for the monstrosity, like it's getting there. A lot of pixel art just looks horrible until it's done. It looks like a monster, but it's just a shark. Hey, welcome. Fluffy kitty. Oh, what was that? No, sorry, I'm interrupting your routine. Hi, hello. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, Dafa, how are you? How's it going? Can you hear me okay? No problem, thank you for coming. I also started a bit late today, I have to admit. So you didn't miss much. It is so hot for me. I still haven't gotten used to summer. I wish it was like still spring. You can hear my voice? Awesome. So I'm trying to redo the Gamer Shark because I didn't do the right one. I finally found the right way it should look. Hope you're having a good day. I'm trying here to do a pixel art shark. So I hope you've enjoyed the last week's special streams. Usually I don't stream that much. It's because I have a lot of work and I'm not a gamer by trade. So I usually do graphic art, that is my specialty. How should I get that snout? It should be kind of, you know, goes up and it's sharp. So I think I'm gonna just erase that. Like, would that look more like a pixel art shark? Welcome, welcome to my channel. Should open the chat better so I can see in case anybody redeems anything. So for those of you that don't know, watching me on Twitch earns you Choco Coin, which you can spend in the shop, and you can redeem like treats for my kitty and things like that. So I always try and have like fun things for you guys to do while you're here. I made emojis for you. Thank you, Dafa. I made emojis you can use in the chat. I always like it when I go to another streamer's channel and they have like emojis for me to play with and use. I think it makes the whole thing more fun. Yeah. So I have Erwin, I have Ernest, and Dragon Haku. I made Haku from Spirited Away, his dragon form, which is the Kohaku River, if I remember the story correctly, and I made him into a like a little fishy dragon mermaid. Drink some water. Stay hydrated. At this time of year is like really important. It is a beautiful movie, isn't it? So pretty. I think Mononoke is I think the Mononoke is like Miyazaki's best film. But my favorite is definitely Spirited Away. Like the atmosphere, the characters, the just the whole environment in Spirited Away is so magical. I love it so much. Totoro, yeah. I really love the verticality in all of Miyazaki's films. Like he plays so well with height and things like that. And it makes it very interesting to look at his films. They're just beautiful. So let me check again. White belly. It's not gonna be completely white. Let me check. So it's kind of a pinkish thing. I'm not gonna go that light because I need more contrast in pixel art. It's hard to tell the shapes apart, so you kind of have to rely more on contrast from the color and the saturation and lighting and things like that. So it's really a losing game to try and copy it accurately. You're just not gonna get good results. It's a lot more tricky to do pixel art than I initially thought when starting out. I mean, I knew it was going to be difficult because it was something new, but I just didn't anticipate it being so stylized and having to put so much thought into this stuff. And just kind of thinking, I would say the way you have to think about pixel art can be like more akin to 3D than necessarily illustration of 2D art, because you kind of have to organize yourself right from the beginning as to where you're gonna get. You can't just sketch it out and like hope for the best. And trying to fix it sometimes can like make it worse. And that's available for 2D art as well, like drawing noses. If you want to make it a more realistic nose, like if you're drawing hyper realistic art, then yeah, I kind of have to do that. I really like for 3D programming ZBrush. I think the way you work in ZBrush kind of mirrors 2D art more, in the sense it's kind of sculptural and you work in the details and things like that. Like you don't have to plan ahead like an architect. Of course it depends how you work, for sure. Like what is your work style? Should I make this like pink? Like it's the mouth? Hmm. If I zoom out, does it look okay? Huh. I kind of like those colors more, to be honest. There we go. So I changed one of the layers to screen and I put it at 50%. So that is a blending mode layer. I have plenty of tutorials on my YouTube channel to kind of explaining you guys how those things are. So if you're curious, let me see if I can get the links. H2. Yep. And then you just go to playlists and you select tutorials and just watch those. I didn't go into the YouTube channel, but for those of you that are on YouTube, like you're already there, you know what I'm talking about. I'll probably stop streaming in July because I have to teach again in August and I need to get ready. So I don't know for how long I'll be able to keep streaming. But you can always follow me on Twitter and Facebook and so on to kind of see what I'm gonna be doing, what I'm gonna be posting. So now my brush is on multiply. Yeah, we'll see. At the moment I don't know how much, exactly how much work I have to do with the kids. So kind of waiting on more details. It's some people that I've worked for before. And I kind of have a rough idea, but last time it was a lot of work because we had to do stuff online and I had to prepare the classes and all that. This year, like, I have the stuff done. I just need to know if I need to change anything or yeah, and I'll have to go to class, but it's like the building is really close to my home, so just hop on my bike and basically go to work. So I think that's kind of close enough. It's kind of an angry shark there. Hey Kirani, how's it going? How are you? How is the move going? Oh, I'm so happy for you. I really don't like moving. If I don't ever have to move in this lifetime again, I mean, I want a bigger, I want a garden more than the balcony that I have. So I kind of will probably have to move, but I'm like, I don't wanna. I've moved this life about 13 times. Let me. I have to count on my fingers probably, and I'm gonna forget. But last time I checked, I moved like 13 times, something like that. Yeah, moving is not fun, especially in the summer. I always move in the summer. I don't know. I think it's mostly um because that's when a lot of changes are made. Like, for example, companies hire during the summer. It's kind of, I think, because the weather tends to be better, there are just more offers and things like that. Um, and like people finish renovating an apartment and put it for rent, and it just kind of usually ends up being summer when stuff gets available or when you have time to do things. Because the kids are going to be on holiday and you can use them to move stuff as well. And yeah, the old tenants were students, so they were moving back home, and thus the availability. Mm-hmm. So I think I have to add another window capture because I lost it. Ghibli map. Let's see. Window captured tiled. Let's see if it works while I'm live because I forgot to do it. Yep. So I'm using OBS to do all of this stuff. And the cat just popped the creeper balloon, Minecraft creeper balloon. Feel far too appropriate. Yeah, that's so scary, the creeper balloon. Summer art camp party preparations. Oh, nice. We actually had, because the summer school here in my town is opening up from the Physics Institute. And they opened this Sunday. My cat just ignoring me up there hard. Like you can see her. Maybe you can. Here he is. Like where my finger's pointing. And they opened the summer school, and I went there to participate. And it was nice. It was a bit early for me, because I'm gonna be teaching art, not anything particularly useful for society. And I don't know how it is with other industries, but in the art industry, like, people just don't wake up early. It's one of the things I like about my trade. No employer I ever had made me wake up at 6 in the morning. Hey Shanti, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I was just talking about how it is to work in the art industry. I've worked in advertising, I've worked in video games, and like always, never had to wake up early, which is super nice. Like, none of the employers I had ever made me wake up like at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, they would come to work at 10 or later. And we have to be there like at 10 o'clock. Well, it's also like I'm in Romania, I'm in East Europe. So Maybe at like bigger companies like Ubisoft, like we do have Ubisoft in Romania. Maybe you have to wake up early for them, but for where I was, yep. I have to make the park. So let me save as and name this exterior park. And no, maybe I should say main, and I'm gonna call it park because I'm gonna have several parks. Or should I call it Central Park? Downtown? Maybe name it Park Downtown or Center Town. I don't know. I'll have to ask Trent with the naming conventions. He does the all the programming for Ghibli Town, like shops and maps and warps and things like that. And Eros does the he also does coding, and he does for the NPCs. Sorry for my brain not working today. For some reason I have a horrible migraine. I suspect it's because I went to bed with my hair wet. Last night at like at 1 a.m. in the morning, I was like, I can't sleep like this. I feel dirty. I must wash. I washed my hair, and then I went to bed with my hair wet. And I think that's why I have a horrible migraine today. Resize map, and I'm gonna make this 50 by 50. And let me just put something on the ground. And I'm gonna make this save as exterior park base. I'm gonna name it base exterior, and I'm gonna rename that base interior. Just so I have like these ready-made maps that I can use, and that should help me with the work. And this is exterior park center town. So let me open the main map again to kind of show you guys where it's gonna be. So you can see here there's like a little wooded area that I kind of need to redo to some extent to kind of look better. So that's where the park is going to be, and I'm gonna have a lake in the middle, like a little pond, not a lake. It's just a park. And so hopefully everything's gonna fit okay. Like I'm hoping I'm not making it too big. Thank you. It's very Ghibli inspired. Like some of you may remember the circular square here, plaza, that is from The Cat Returns. Maybe some of you have seen that anime. It's really cute. I've had people give me grief in Stardew Valley community and like, oh, it's round. It's not Stardew Valley-ish. I'm like, okay. But then if I made it square, it wouldn't be Ghibli-ish, and then the other people would be upset. So how am I supposed to make you all happy when you want different stuff that is contradictory? I have to choose. And I chose prettiness. So I want to make this like really forested and cozy. And hopefully I'll succeed. Kind of make a buffer area always. And you're gonna go to enter the park. You go up and then left and left. So I need to kind of make this area here for that. And tiled again is getting buggy, so let me close and reopen it. There we go. So that's kind of how it's gonna be. And you're gonna enter here and kind of walk like that. And because it's the street next to it there, oh, I have to like move this whole area to block it off, so you won't be able to get in there. And I'm gonna move my pond a bit. Just so you have room to walk around. So I'm gonna have to be adding like a bit of blue, like right here in the middle. Somehow, gotta make space for that. To kind of make it look like there is a pond there. erase that. I'm gonna try and like do a bit of more interesting frame there. So it's like not one long continuous wood. Susie, wanna sleep next to me? Susie, come here. Wanna scratchy scratch? Hello, skarmonat. So this is what I usually give her to bribe her. Just like the little crunchy biscuits with a bit of cream inside. I have no idea how they taste, but she seems to love them. Right? Susie? Psst, 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 psst. I think today is too hot even for her. She's like, I don't want to be near you. You're 37 degrees Celsius. We're gonna stick to each other. And nobody wants that. The power of snacking was too strong. Could not resist. No, she's not full because she's on a diet. So she's constantly hungry actually. Yeah, she's overweight. The veterinarian said like feed her less or she will die of diabetes. I'm like, okay ma'am, we will. We put it on her we put her on some special like food for sterilized overweight cats for a while. She really didn't like that. She was so upset with us, like she didn't want to be anywhere near us. She would cry next to the food bowl. Like, it was not a happy time for her. Yeah, now that we like give her treats in between dinners and lunch and things like that, she's like far more affectionate because she's very food oriented. So she will love you if you feed her, but kind of that where it resumes. Like I've seen some people say on the internet, oh, you know, my cat defended me from burglars, or you know, my cat loves me so much, and I'm like, no, that doesn't seem to be our case. Like, I don't think our cat loves us. But now that, like I said, we feed her more, because she is starting to have like more, like she's not as fat as she was. It's hard to weigh her because we have like a human scale, and so we need to weigh ourselves and then pick her up and weigh ourselves with her and then just do the math. It doesn't seem like she lost that much weight, but tomorrow we're going to the vet to get a checkup and see. We can no longer go to our usual vet because it's too far away, and my husband's super busy, so he can't drive us there. So I'm gonna have to go by bicycle to that vet. I was supposed to go today. Well, suppose I didn't make any schedule. But like she's shedding way too much, like this just fell off her, and I know it's summer, but it's kind of like I'm constantly cleaning her up. Last year she didn't shed so much, so I'm worried. I might be overreacting, as you know, cat moms sometimes do. I'm like, ah, my fur baby is dying. It might actually not be dying, it's just, you know, normal cat stuff. But I easily panic, I guess. And yeah, I couldn't go today. I was just so exhausted and didn't sleep well and not feeling too great. So hopefully the vet will tell me like to calm down. There's nothing wrong with my cat. Yeah, she sleeps just fine. I wasn't able to sleep well and just woke up exhausted. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Let me see how I'm gonna do that bit there. Kind of have like I'll keep working on that corner for sure. Have like a more organic feel to it. And let me recheck the shape. It's kind of probably gonna be a lot longer in this area here. So I'm kind of glad that it's like more long than it is wide. take out. No, I'll leave them. Can't hurt. Who knows, maybe I want to add some space. And I'm gonna have to make like a playground set here and put it, and some benches. And then I'm gonna have like maybe another entrance somehow. Cause this is where Totoro is going to be sleeping. So he's gonna be sleeping in the park like a homeless person. I really don't know where else to put him, to be honest. Like in the film, he like sleeps in the back of the garden of the family. So that's kind of where he is. Put what on the bottom left? The entrance to Totoro? Yeah, it's gonna be on the bottom left. Most likely. I mean, I don't know, might need for coding reasons to move it somewhere else, but in principle, yeah, it's probably gonna where it's gonna be. Kinda trying to figure out. Hey Kay, how are you? Sorry if I'm being a bit quiet. Yeah, I don't think I should get coffee. I think I should get some headache pills. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Like, I really don't like the taste of solpadin, but it's pretty light and it works well for me. But the taste is atrocious. Like, you're an adult when you take medicine that you know is horrible, but you do it anyway. It's part of being an adult. Just a second. No, Susie, no, that's not for kitties. She is fascinated by this. Like, you cannot see her on frame, but she's like sitting like right in front of me. And he's curious. It smells bad, doesn't it? Ugh. And it has carbon in its gas. Oh. I don't like it either, but I have to. Oh. It's so bad. No. You wanna see why I'm suffering? Oh, poor Susie. And I'm also adding with shift with the hard selection tool, just so I don't have any transparency issues. And in Photoshop you gotta hit Control Shift V for this stuff. There you go. And I flipped it so that I would have like more grass options. I'm gonna need to like redo a lot of textures, but in the long term it's gonna make it look better and less repetitive. Hey, not in public. Plus, because of this heat and your fleas, you're over grooming, so no. We're probably gonna be giving her another flea bath. Fortunately, she doesn't understand human speech, so she doesn't know what's happening, what's coming her way. No, don't do that. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I ruined too many textures by doing that flip. Oh, there's some stuff here. I think it looks okay. Kind of has like a bit more round edge here there. Yeah, I think that kind of looks better. Softer edge. Oh, that's beautiful. So happy for you. Like, I see a lot of American memes and I guess Canadian as well, probably. There are English um memes, and like usually when I look, they sometimes from Canada, the YouTubers. Um all my herbalism courses talk about rose leaf tea. And so they always say that roses are difficult. And I think it's just too cold for you guys to grow roses naturally. Like here they're weeds. And they're used in all the parks and they're very drought tolerant. I was like surprised how drought tolerant roses can be. Let me just Google where they're native from. Roses, Wikipedia. Because like Damascus rose is in Damascus, which is really hot. Thousands of cultivars, blah blah blah. Most species are native to Asia. Some are North Americans and African. So this plant's everywhere, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly like a warm, dry climate type of plant. Here they are two, at least in my yard, wild roses in front. And the bush was massive. It got cut down last year. Yeah. Then we have red roses, English roses. You're so beautiful. I would say that the people that complain about roses being difficult, they're not giving them enough sunlight. Like, I feel like roses are full sun plants, and they're putting them in shaded areas and then are like surprised it died. It can get rot. Oh, what are you doing, Susie? That was a attack. I didn't understand. Unprovoked. Oh, you were in the bathroom? Ew. You brought your stink with you. Yuck. You left sand everywhere. Really? We talked about this. Not helping my migraine. And I've tried to grow roses on my balcony, and it just died. And I tried those little roses, you know, the ones that are like super small. They're like Valentines or things like that. They show up in shops and they're small and they're cute. Those always die. They just get full of spider mites and kick the bucket. And I think they often kind of come infested from the growers, because it's like nigh impossible to get rid of spider mites. And when you don't give them the good growing conditions in your home, or your garden, they just can't outcompete the spider mites. Because, for example, my calatheas, I left them in like shaded light and not too much water and blah blah blah, like the tutorial said, and they were dying. They were infested with spider mites. And once I started putting them in like full sunlight area and giving them lots of water, even though it was tap water, and they say don't give tap water to your calatheas, I gave them a lot of water and a lot of sunlight, and now my calatheas are okay. English roses are my great grandmother, and the wild roses are my other great grandma. Oh, that's so nice. It's having a lot of gardeners in my family. That's good. I don't have that many. And they're far away, the relatives. So I do have some relatives that do some gardening, but they're super far away. So it's not like I can just, you know, go pop in. How's it going for you? Blah blah blah. And just play with some plants. We're having like a little snack. Because if I snacked, she has to snack as well. I ate a bit of bagel, because I don't think you're supposed to take medicine on an empty stomach. I do have Japanese knotweed that won't stop trying to invite itself to several spaces in the garden where it's not allowed. Knotweed, like, I have to check that out. What is that? Knotweed. Let's see how it looks. It's green and nothing else. Does it ever flower? It just seems like... Oh my gosh, it's just growing out of sidewalk. Um, Let me see if I can put it in Photoshop for you guys to see. Like it just exploded out of the asphalt. It does flower, it does lacy things. It's insanely invasive, but the root is useful for treatment for people with Lyme disease. I see. Yeah, it sounds like something useful to have. And it's edible early spring. Yeah, I'm surprised like so many Asian plants, they grow so intensely, like it's just wow. I guess they grow in very competitive areas. So it kind of needs to be more aggressive to survive. It's just jungle conditions. Like I think the same should apply to like um, South American plants too. Hey, what are you doing? See? Is there any difference between the two types of bleeding heart? First of all, I didn't even know that there were two kinds. It's pretty cool. Yeah, sure. I actually had planned to record some tutorials today, but like my headache didn't. So, let me see how I can show you. It's a bit. Okay, let me turn on off the camera so that. Oh no, I think I can like resize the screen. There we go. I don't know how well you can see. So there's like edit tile set, and there's this little wrench that if you press it takes you into this other window, and then if you click this animation here, it's gonna open another window that is for animating. Let me see. Window capture, explanation. Let me see. Okay, because I have to like put the other one. So you see it opens this other window here, and then you drag in the textures and you hit apply, and then it's gonna make your animation. Did I show correctly? Let me see. There we go. And you should get like this window here. And I'm gonna delete these because I don't want that animation anywhere. But that's how it's done. Let me check what you wrote me, Kirani. I have one spring bleeding heart and the others are all the Pacific. They took over my flower circle. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Maybe, unless you don't want that. Pacific bleeding heart has less heart-shaped flowers. You can see the similarities in the species, but it's very different. So let me check that. Pacific bleeding heart. Oh yeah. It's not as pretty, in my opinion. I think the other one, the Asian one's probably cultivated more because it's been like in a area that's lived in for a longer time. So hope that explained it for you, Shanti. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing some tutorials. I have written down here animation and how to make signs and things like that. So like I was saying, I've been meaning to do it. It's just that I either didn't have the time or didn't have the energy for it. But it's like definitely on my to-do list. First of all, because I keep forgetting how to do it. And I'm like, how was I supposed to do this? Because like something's gonna happen and I won't have time, like a couple of weeks to, or maybe even months to do this. You're welcome. And by the time I have time to do the animations, I forget how to do it. And I have to keep bothering poor Trent. I was like, how do I do this again? How did it work? Oh, right. Thank you, Trent. Sorry. And I left for me to, like, not bother him with this. He's super nice. We will occasionally get on each other's nerves. Well, like eventually we do what we wanted and it turns out great. And it's nice to have someone to talk to about doing stuff. Like, it's always kind of sad when you have to like do a mod by yourself or just a big project. Like say you have comic books or something like that. And you have to do everything yourself and it's just exhausting first of all and you can burn out, more likely to burn out. But also like you don't have anybody to consult with, or you know if there's a mistake to catch it in time and then you have to like work extra to fix it. So like whatever project you're up to, if you can have somebody to help you out, it's always much better. And like I know it's not an option for everybody, but you know, if you can, that's awesome. Like maybe you do a collaboration or something. Hmm. Let's see. Yep, I gotta change that shadow somehow. I don't have that bit of tile there. Yeah, I don't think I have. Okay, gotta make it. I wish I knew how to work as a team better. I'm much more used to solo, but I noticed watching other people's collabs, it really be such a helpful ability to learn. Um, I don't know how to say, because I mean, most of the collaborative efforts that I had, like, first of all, I've worked in companies, so, like, you had to work with other people. But, kind of how I got to work with June and with Trent, is different. So, with June, I wanted to do the Niels Fireman comic. We've met on Tue, a now defunct social media platform, and I was struggling to do the comic because the workload was so much. And I initially tried to do it Vector, but Vector it looked so bad, and like you guys have seen some of you the artwork, and cutting corners wasn't great of a strategy. Um, like I know the story is the most important, and you know if you have the story, then the rest is fine. People will accept crappy art, but I know for sure that my art wasn't that great. My story wasn't that great, so I was like, at least it needs to look decent. Um, and so it's kind of, how should I say? Um, I asked her if she would be willing to help me with the comic book, and I told her right off the bat like my budget is like non-existent. If she is okay with working with for the money that I was offering, and like it was like not much, it was like coffee money, and I tried to ease her workload as much as possible because I knew I wasn't like paying a decent amount of money. And that's kind of how we got started. It's like more of a passion project. I think she liked the story. Need what you need done, really well explained. Wait, let me read back. I wish I knew work as a team better. It's the ability to break down the steps and communicate the necessary parts to other team members. No, I don't think that's so important. I thought maybe people could be like, oh, I know what to do. But most people really need what you need done really well explained. I wouldn't say that. I think you just need to find the right people for you. Um, like we definitely had a bit of a learning period for me in June to kind of get used to each other's like kind of work flow, and I did my absolute best to adapt to her, um, simply because I knew I wasn't paying well, um, and so I really felt a strong need to make sure that I didn't lose her in any way, like to not be any issues on my end. Um, and she's great at drawing quickly people, but she's not great at backgrounds. She's not great at making line art that is tidy and easy to color. And in that regard, I push to get Clip Studio Paint because it eases a lot of that problem in regards to how to make line art that is easy to color for comic books and things like that. So Clip Studio Paint has been a great help in our relationship as well. And I offered to buy a copy for her, but she wanted to buy it for herself anyway. So that was convenient. And we switched from Photoshop to Clip Studio Paint, and it was so much faster to do the line art. Hello, my husband came home. Yeah, I guess that is the big issue. Kirani says hi. I've my whole life I've been naturally very highly organized, and I enjoy being organized. And starting to make tutorials and teach people and things like that, kind of realize that that's not the case for everybody in the world. Like, when you're young, you think that everybody's like you, that everybody's brains works like you. And I've been reading up on people that have, for example, ADD or ADHD or something like that. And kind of trying to understand why some people are so incredibly scatterbrained. Because, for example, my mom's terribly disorganized, and it's a constant frustration for me to do anything with her. It's been hard. I'm so sorry for you. Like, my mom will say, yeah, we'll meet at blah 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 and do X, Y, and Z, and she'll just be late like 2 hours or not even show up or whatever. My husband's very organized as well for the most part. And he was like surprised as well. It was like, cause I wouldn't do something, cause my mom said she was gonna come, and I knew she's gonna be late like several hours. So my husband would be something like, "Oh, you need to get ready. Your mom's coming." I'm like, "Chill. She's gonna be late 2 hours." And he was like, no, your mom's coming. We need to like clean up the house faster. I'm like, we still have 2 hours. Like, relax. And he'll be like, no, we have to, we have to. And then she would be like an hour late, and he's like, oh no, what if something happened to her? We have to call her. I'm like, no, we don't. She's fine. She's just gonna be late. So yeah, I'm kind of learning myself as well. Yeah, for me, for example, in Romania, like you're allowed socially to be late 15 minutes. Um, Save as PNG. Yeah. Do I have another texture somewhere around here? So anyway, you're allowed to be like 15 minutes late, and usually I would show up on time. And if I went on a date with anybody, like the guy would be late because he assumed that I'd be a normal person. And they assume that, you know, I'm a girl, so I'm gonna be late. And so he would be late, so he wouldn't have to wait too much on me. And it was always so funny because he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I'm late." I tried making Marie Kondo's cleaning. I tried taking Marie Kondo's cleaning class. It did not work. I didn't know you had to take a class to be better organized at cleaning. I've never had that issue. I'm gonna go back into Photoshop to tidy up that bit there. It's a book. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I could read a book about cleaning. But I understand the sentiment for sure. And if it's something you're struggling with, it's good to, you know, like try and find a solution to whatever problem you have. Hi, Dafa, welcome back. Like I enjoy cleaning up my house to a certain extent. When it's all cleaned and like tidy and everything like that, it's such a satisfactory feeling. I do enjoy cleaning post motherhood. Wasn't so fond of it as a kid though. Yeah, as a kid, no. I mean, I would enjoy organizing my space, if you can call that cleaning. But yeah. Okay, guess I did have the tiles for it. It's kind of wonky there. Why I enjoy looking at it from a Japanese perspective is like meditation over there. Um, yeah, I guess you could say that. There are a lot of cleaning videos in Japan, which as a European you might probably not get why what the hype about that is, cleaning your house. Um, but I also think a lot of it plays into the fact that they have smaller spaces to clean, so it's like faster results with less work, sort of thing. Um, so I lived initially when I lived by myself. I lived in a one-room apartment, and it was so fast to get the house clean and be like, bam, bam, there it is, gone, done. I did it. I'm so awesome, sort of thing. It was so quick to get done. I'd be swimming in a pile of papers. Yeah, so when I lived in the US, the rooms are so much bigger. And we would just accumulate more stuff. And it just made cleaning harder. Don't know how to explain it well. In the end, I did have a use for these tiles. I didn't make them pointlessly. Because I was thinking, oh, I should have made these, but turned out I did need them. I have so many loose sketches and I never want to throw them out. Oh, I have no problem trashing my art. Like, out you go. You're one of the worst mistakes of my life. By sort of feeling towards my art. I never want to see you again. You're a shame. Usually my husband and my mom are like have to save the art. Well, it's not so much shame, like I am exaggerating, but it's like this is just practice. Like I can do better. I know I can do better if I just work more. And I'm just gonna continue to improve because I see what I did and what I could do better. So I'm like, why keep these old versions that are like no longer going to be representing the quality of my work? More of a situation than embarrassment. So yeah, I do have photos of them. A lot of them I gave them away to people that thought my art is good and they wanted something to decorate their office with. It would be funny if my art ever picks up. Be like, hey, witness the early days of Hisame. And be like, oh yeah, her art was so trashy. It was so bad. I can see how she improved. Like, don't you find it annoying when somebody says, oh, your art is so much better now? And I'm like, so much better? Like, really? Honestly, so much better? Oh my god, was it that bad? Seriously, I still have so many bits for the right side but not left side? I don't share my art enough to get the odd compliments like that. Yeah, it doesn't happen for me often either. Like, it's not gonna people gonna be telling me this frequently, but On the rare cases it does. It kind of makes you think a bit. Hmm. I don't know, we move so many times, like, I don't have a lot of old stuff. Here's hoping to keep better organized, being back in my own space again. Yeah, having control over the space, so important. First of all, you have like less people to argue with, like, where's my stuff, where's this, where's that. Um, I only live with my husband and my cat, so if something's misplaced, the odds are I moved it and lost it, or my husband. Sometimes the cat like will knock it off and end up under furniture, but usually he's like fine. Oh, I forgot to switch windows. Gosh, guys, so sorry. This is why I need a moderator. Like, I was working in tiled and off. Like, I'm switching between programs, so I'm able to kind of show you guys what to do. And I'll just screw up and not show you what I kind of needed to. So sorry. You're fine. It's been really enjoyable, the stream. I thought that was the right window. Yeah, if nothing's changing for like more than 30 seconds, it's because I'm not in the right window. Like, it's as simple as that. I do have like a second monitor now to kind of double check myself, you know, to look up in the window and see that I'm in the right one. But I guess I'm still failing at switching between windows. Because I'm using Photoshop and I'm using Tile to make the maps. And I gotta return to Tiled. Yeah. I must get back to work. Wishing you all a wonderful evening. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here as well. I see it's 5 o'clock and I still have a lot of stuff to do, so bye bye Kay, and bye bye everyone. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We are returning to the normal streaming schedule, so Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday is gonna be the early stream. So let me scooch that over. 3 o'clock Romania time for Tuesday. That's gonna be the Eastern stream, and Thursday is gonna be late, so people from the West can maybe catch my stream. What else I had to tell you guys? Ooh, 96 colors. Awesome. That's so cool. It's a good day, yeah. Uh, oh, I'm close to getting monetized on YouTube. Like I have, um, I just need 20 more subscribers, so that's pretty neat. If you guys want to help me out reach the milestone faster, I'm gonna be doing an art giveaway. So if you want the giveaway to come sooner, you can hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, maybe you know other friends that are interested in this kind of art and stuff that I do, so you can share or recommend to them. Maybe they'll enjoy it as well. And so yeah, take care everyone. Bye bye.